What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. We are now at the first round of the Ancient Guardians regional event here at Pro Play Games. And you have me, Nicolas Solo, here with my boy, Andres.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Uh, Good to be here. Good to be with Nikolai. Like I told him when he first got here, I used to watch him like as I was coming up as a player. So just understanding like Nikolai knows what he's doing makes a big difference, and it's good to be here.
Appreciate it, man. So we got round one right now. We have Santiago playing Salad and Andres Torres playing Tribrigade. So I was already scoping out everybody coming into the event, trying to see what they're playing, and having these guys already at round one, had to put them on a feature.
Yeah, this is a really good match. I think it's two really good players. I know Santi has a couple tops.
Yeah.
I think he topped Nats too last year, and Andres Torres, his name just speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And I love seeing Andres because every time I see him play, he's always playing like something new, something like inventive. So I feel like, I don't know what, I mean, it says Tri-brigade, but he's probably has some crazy tech in there.
Hopefully we see him Tribrigade too, or just his own spin on it, because he's a very innovative person.
Yeah, I saw there's a kid that comes to the locals. He plays like Tri-brigade with the Harpies. So I felt like
Yeah.
the trap card is really good. So you never know. Maybe Andres felt like the trap was good too. Maybe he's playing some Harpies.
Well, let's see. We got Santi starting out with a.
Standard combo with Salamangreat. I think
Yeah,
that's
it was Jackal start out with going into the Almirage. I mean, not Almirage, the Balinks.
is that Spinny that he discarded?
Yep.
Okay. I really like Spinny. I think that's such a good card. Playing the double. I think that's something new that they're doing now with the double Bailings. I think Santiago is one of the very few people that do that with the double Bailings.
Yeah, I guess to load up the
back.
grave for Jackal. But I think his hand must have been very unique because he didn't have access to Balin, to Gazelle. He didn't have access to Signet Mining or the one of Searcher for himself too. So I guess this unique way is just allowing him to press board. Oh, but he has
He has
Will.
the will, yeah.
So what is the end board for this now?
I don't know. What does he make? Does he make a second one? Or did he pass? Did
No.
Andres pass? That's blast.
This is all.
This is first turn? I mean, I don't know
It
what.
can't be.
This doesn't look like his first turn. Did Andres pass?
Andres must have passed
Looks like he's going
because
for
he's
game.
going for game.
Yeah, this is-
This is a chance coder.
Ooh, okay. I mean, he's adding back. I mean, maybe he just wants his wolf not to be. I mean, I don't know where this is going. I know that when they're co-linked, they can't be targeted. But I mean, I don't see why he would make a board like that.
Just make a jumper.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I mean, he didn't bring out the other one though, the one that lets him attack twice.
Yeah, the jumper for. He has 5 cards in hand, so.
I mean, could he be making?
But I didn't see Santi draw anything.
Maybe he's making an Appaloosa. I mean, no.
That is unique if you just feeling ballsy and be like, you know what?
Maybe he doesn't know what he's playing. He wants to be safe, making Appaloosa. But Appaloosa for 2, I feel like it wouldn't be that good. Maybe it's like, I mean, 1 negate and then any normal summon can beat over it. I mean, he's thinking right now. No one's gonna pass. I mean, they're all co-linked right now, so they can't be targeted. I think what would be the best thing is if he just U-links him. That'd be like probably the best thing I'd ever seen in my life. Where are we going?
Oh, firewall.
Not
So
bad.
this is a way different alternate route now since we
Yeah.
have access to firewall.
And firewall, I mean, it bounces 1. I mean, it's an interruption. I mean, I guess maybe he thinks Andres is playing a normal summon based deck. I know,
So we know he has a Jackal in hand with 1 unknown and a set, probably Rage Roar
Probably.
for disruption.
I mean, I think he might have been playing 2 or 3 of them. Let's see what's going on here. This deck is.
But that's very like ballsy, like to go first, make a board of firewall, and a Salad to
Yeah.
not be afraid of Nibiru, but
Oh, here
we
go.
see a Zoo.
Yeah, that's a zoo.
So
Reading.
I've been
Right.
playing this deck, became a very big fan at the very ending of VFD format because we all knew VFD was gonna get banned. So I had to
Yeah.
pick up a new deck to learn, and man, I've been a big fan of just the Zoo Tri-brigade variant.
I think zoo again, like it's very prominent to be able to put in like any deck. I think
Yeah.
It's still just something that. Oh, I guess this makes sense. He bounces it. Maybe he doesn't
Hits the
know.
first summon.
Yeah, maybe he thinks he's just playing pure zoo. I'm not sure.
So if he has access to a Karis or a Fractal now, he can just kind of He has a fight through a possible one more disruption that's set.
Oh, he opened the barrage. You know what's
The
funny? Every time I
nuts.
watch like any type of video online or I watch it live, anytime the normal summon gets stopped, they always have barrage.
And it's a one of now.
It's a one of. Oh,
And the tanky.
Oh, he had Ash in hand. So he ashed the barrage, and then he had Tanky. So this is probably going to search a Tri-brigade card.
Oh, this is already nice. All right, so the set now. All right, so he's going to go to Fractal, discard Fractal, either send Carrot to send the Nerval, and then add the Karis, or he's just going to cut it short.
You think he's scared of Nibiru? I feel like Santiago wouldn't be playing Nibiru.
Well, he's already had one summon already.
Yeah.
So this deck can easily play play under 4
yeah.
for Nibiru, because you can just make Omen if he loads up the graveyard.
Is it 4 with the normal summon in the zoo? Because I think it's 4 without if you just do
No,
straight.
so right now, if he's gonna have to drop a Karis on the board, so that's 2, and then depending on how much he banishes, if he banishes 4, that's a Omen on 3.
Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I forgot that it can. I mean, I don't know how he loads up the graveyard with that many monsters.
Fractal's a Foolish
just-
Barrel,
yeah, they just keep
so it
burning,
sends
right?
Kit, and Kit's another Foolish Burial.
I thought it was only 3. I thought it was only 3.
No, then Kit, because remember, Rapier sent one already,
Oh, you're right. That makes sense. Yeah.
but he went different. He went Fractal into Nerval to add the Kit, and then Karis pitch Kit.
Okay, here we go. No special summon. We got Cold here saying Firewall Pass is the best board. Back in the day, that was pretty good.
Man, it was
back
a
in the day, that
nuts.
was pretty good.
They're in Spiral format
Yeah.
or in Goki format.
I used to, even when I played Spiral Up, I couldn't make a big board. My end board would be Agent with the trap set, Firewall. I'm sorry, not Agent. Super or Double Agent, Double Helix.
Yeah.
With Firewall, Baguska with the set traps, and I said, man, this is a pretty good board. It only took 2 cards. It's pretty good.
All right, so he's going for a banish 3. Nope, he's going for the banish 4
Yeah, so it's the
into an
overnight.
imperm. That.
Ooh, that was a set.
So
He has 1 card in hand.
2 of the biggest weaknesses for Tribrigades is, well, 3. Anything that's a negator, so Effect Veiler, Imperm, as well as Lancia.
Haggerty. It's up Haggerty. You think? I mean, yeah, Dress is just passing now. I don't think there's really.
But if that set is a Revolt, that's a
the one-
Soul
yeah, that's
Charge.
a Soul Charge that
Link.
Yeah. But he didn't search anything, so I mean, he'd have to. Maybe he's playing 3. I think.
If it's a Trap Check, it can also become it 2.
it could become a 2, yeah. Then that would make sense if he's playing Trap Trick. He'd be playing 3 of it too. See, I mean, the problem is that Salamangreat can just pump out an access code.
Yeah, and he has Will face up, so it's
Yeah,
going to be a
so-
problem.
If Andres really doesn't have anything, this might be game. Might be going to a quick game too.
So Jackal into
Man,
Lingerible.
Firewall gives
Alright.
maybe he's scared of the trap.
Yeah,
He's scared of the trap. Yeah.
Lingerible.
I guarantee you he probably keeps the trap. He keeps the Lingerible, can negate the trap. Yeah, he's all he needs is another monster. Any basic Salamangreat to go for game. This isn't looking good for Andres, honestly. He hasn't even looked at the 2 cards in his hand. What can he be doing? I think he's trying to calculate game, probably, or try to like do something. I mean, I don't even know the names to the Tri-brigade, but I'm pretty sure this Tri-brigade doesn't have big defense.
Oh, so Karis, let me pull it up right now. Karis is 1200 attack and 1500 defense.
I mean, this Jaguar's gonna be right over it, and it pierces for the.
Hey
100.
Panda, we are on game 1 of round 1 of this event.
Also, I took a little break and I just realized that a lot of these decks are double sleeves. And that
Yeah.
is something I've been wanting for a long time, honestly.
Yep.
It's not like something that. Oh, what? He's looking off. I don't know what's going on.
At this point, I think it has to be for a access code, so it can get the firewall buff of 4K. So that's a 6300 now. Access code.
Oh, and he can just he can will back
the Sunlight Wolf can just be rolled back.
Let's see if Andres has Nibiru. Looking at his hand. Pretty big turnout. You know, a lot of really good players. I saw some local faces, and I saw some people that probably came from out of state.
Yeah.
I've never seen before.
I think it's around 6 to 7 rounds a day.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
they're going
just
to game
yeah.
game 2 now.
That's the thing with Salamangreat, it can just literally pump out games.
Having that will was just very clutch because it allowed him to push through, and if he did have if Andres did have the Nibiru, it allowed him to still make a follow-up play.
Yeah, yeah. And I think Santi has been playing this deck for a really long time.
Yeah,
too, so he knows.
I would think he's more like South Florida's Salamangreat expert.
Yeah, he's been trying to pitch that to me for a really long time too. So
Every locals, every like local event I've been to, he's always like, "Yo, I need this salad card." I'm like, "You still playing this deck, bro?"
yeah, it's
We have
unbelievable.
Dragon Link, we have like other better decks, and this man is like, "You know what? I'm gonna re-innovate Salad again."
Yeah, my thing too with that is I've seen Salamangreat, like it's changed from like the way it's played. Like I mean, when I first played it, when it first came out, it was like 18 hand traps, which is basically you're going like engine, and then now it's become like a trap deck, but then it still pumps out access code, so it has like pretty much the best like overall deck. It just loses hard to Nibiru, and I think we were talking about it earlier off stream.
Yeah.
You know, that Nibiru just came out and just started blowing out combo decks or blowing out decks like this.
Very impactful card.
Yeah.
Like the creation of that must have came from just R&D and just a community just focus onto I hate combo decks.
So when I was at the 200th, I remember they did where you can duel the people that like make cards and stuff like that, the Konami people. And I was watching the Konami guy just absolutely get Goki comboed, and he just wasn't having fun. He was just looking at it. So maybe this just like out of spite just made a combo like killer pretty much.
Right. Summon more than 5 times, something must happen.
Yeah, this is never happening again. Like, we can't do this. And I think Konami's big thing is they don't like decks that come out that they didn't see coming, because Goki became, you know, it was first Goki monsters and then it became like Dark Warrior. So I don't think they anticipated all these cards coming out and working so well together. And then you're just able to push through. Because I remember when Colossus came out, maybe they thought, all right, maybe this can put a stop on the Gokis, but then it just spread out. And then, you know, like we have so many innovative players, Andres Torres, you have like the Jeff Jones that have played for so long, they see the cards like from back in the day. You know, like when I played Pendulum, you know, anti-spell was a big thing, but imagine the first person that thought of that, like, hey, anti-spell is a really old card. No one's playing it no more. We'll play this. And I can imagine the first guy that saw someone do an anti-spell, what his face was like. He's like, what is this thing? Yeah.
So, all right, I'm going to show my age a little bit in the game. So, I was at quickly before these guys, we go to round 2, game 2. So, I saw someone flip Anti-Spell and Dark Smorg. This is back when
Dark Smorg was you can't activate spells, right?
Yeah, and you had to set them. And this is during the time when Curry KMP and Gravekeepers was like the best decks of the time. And with Blackwings, and I'm like, wait, Anti-Spell says what? And I was like that, like you're saying, like I was like, I'm like, why would someone create this? Like spells weren't that impactful.
Yeah.
But think about it now, like they thought in the long run, like spells are gonna be they're green, they're go.
And not even just spells in general, you have like really good field spells too.
Yeah.
You know, you have Meltdown, that's been a problem since it came out. Like just the whole interaction where you can't activate anything on the summon, so you play like cards like Raijin that get like a free book.
Yep.
Or you play the new one that gets a free pop. You know, those are huge things.
Let's cut right in. So Andres is gonna be starting off first. So hopefully, from my experience, like seeing the whole Tribrigade decks, we see a Zoo, access to Fractal, and some back row. Starting off with Desires.
Desires is pretty good.
Good old +2. Well,
yeah.
Someone would say -9.
No, if you're playing a deck like this that has 3 of every card, Heart of Desires, it's a staple.
Yeah, we've seen so far of his banish. I couldn't tell if he's playing the barrier statue, but he did lose some green cards, so possibly Tenki.
Yeah.
He did banish one Solemn Strike.
Hopefully Santi listened to me when I told him about playing the Format Skipper. I feel like that's just
Oh, that card's nuts in that
especially in that deck. Yeah, it's really good. All right, starts off with that's Ram. This might be just yeah. All right, we see Tiger Mortar.
Into Dryden on top, so okay.
So it might just be a zoo. It's gonna be a zoo play. I don't know how good that is against Salamangreat, where you just he's got one set, two set,
and still holding at least 3 in hand.
Oh, he's gonna pass here on 2 set. Yeah.
So hitting the first summon is
Starts
usually
off
good,
with
but that Buffalo summon, oh man,
that's such a good starter.
He can't respond. He can't even do anything to it because he just gotta let it go.
I didn't know that it says whenever it leaves the field. So
your opponent can compulse it.
Yeah.
And you can discard it to still draw 2.
Yeah. Good thing people don't read Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Alright, so we got a chain block of the search and then the discard. Let's see what he discards. If he's like a Jack Jaguar, it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially like in the long run.
Is Santi that sacky to get access to Gazelle? So he has Gamma.
That draw. I didn't even see what he discarded. Oh, it doesn't look like he drew anything. He might actually, maybe he drew Gazelle.
Okay, the way he's staring at his hand, it doesn't show me that much faith that he has right now. Okay, so
he drew Parallel Exceed.
Okay.
Yeah.
IDP.
IDP is really good in this matchup. Very strong.
And hits both.
Yeah.
It be like that, Austin. So his hand wasn't that strong, but this Nerval.
This Nerval is gonna be big.
So the one good thing about Zoo is that it took me a while, like a lot of researching and learning, that zoos load up your grave for Tribrigade, so it fits like perfectly with the deck.
It's synergy, like, you know, and the fact that they all can be searched off with Tenki is really good too.
Yeah.
So it's really good synergy.
The one thing I want to ask Santi is that moving forward when it comes to just playing just Cyber's salad decks, if he's gonna look into the Heat Leo list that the trap deck in OCG they play.
Yeah.
Like Heat Leo, you, not Heat Leo, but you pay 1,000 life points and you get to draw a card. Quick effect.
Okay.
That list allows you to grind out, and he seems like very enthusiastic when it comes to playing this deck. So hopefully he plays in when it comes out.
No, I don't see why not. I mean, I think anytime like the format gets the way it is now, where there's just a bunch of different decks, I think he likes to go back to Salamangreat.
Yeah.
So it's just, you never know. He's gonna see Heat
Soul.
Soul.
There we go. Yeah. Thank you for the clarification.
That's Tree Toad. That might be Michael State.
So he goes Trident, pop the field spell because there's no Balance Engrave, and then goes into the Blossom.
Furjet, right? Or something like that? Or
Furjet.
Furjet, yeah. That's the one that comes Starlight Rare, right, too? Or is it Collector or one of the two?
Yeah, there's a Starlight Rare, yeah.
Yeah, that one. All right, that's Kit, right? I
Yep.
think I've seen these before. So I know, like, I don't know their names, but I know exactly what they do. I know, like, they Foolish, this one, like, summons.
So they all inherently have the effect to banish
To
for
summon.
cost to cheat out.
Yeah.
Basically, they're the zoo of links.
Yeah. So I think, like, yeah, I remember when I first saw this deck, I thought maybe Bell would be good, but then I didn't realize that they banished for cost. So Bell just really was a dead hand trap against this. So I feel like Lancey would just be, like, the best.
Oh, man, Lancey does so much damage.
And right now, Santi has, like, the look of defeat, so...
But he has Gamma in hand, so I guess he's just waiting for
I
some
feel
big
like,
play for it.
I feel like you would Gamma the Kit, right? That's, like, the one that gets you the cards to play.
Truthfully, yes.
I feel like you would Gamma that. Yeah, because now he's just going to deal with this.
Santi may not know this deck as well, too.
Yeah. not many people play it. And then on top of that, like when I do see people play it, they're not playing it very well. So you have someone with the caliber of Andres playing a deck like this.
Catch people off guard easily.
He's got 3 set right now. Starting with the jack. Andres doesn't even know what that
He's like, what does this do again?
Yeah.
So
I believe it's a compulse, right?
yes. The double dragon is a compulse. You send one of your cards for a cost to target one of your opponent's face-up monsters. Double check. But whenever you face up cards, to bounce it back to the hand.
Yeah. I remember, like, I think that's like the pure weakness of Salamangreat is just like getting rid of the normal summon. I seen that in Sandy's hand he has Nibiru too, so it's just a hand full of monsters.
Oh, multiple Nibirus,
yeah,
2 parallel as well.
Just unfortunate. This doesn't look good. He might just go like to battle phase, try to bait something out.
Yep. He's gonna send Kit though, because then Kit can just foolish Nerval and get a free search on your opponent's turn.
Yeah. Let's see. I just knows enough about the deck to know that little like play. So. I mean, I don't think I've ever really seen him play test this too, so it's just like incredible to have him play a deck and just like do at least like the little intricacies that people may miss.
Yeah.
But then again, that's why you win YCSs and you go to Worlds and stuff. So. Yeah, it's just not looking good for Sandy. There's just a bunch of monsters in his hand.
With no way to cheat them out.
Yeah, he might just. I think this might be a scoop. This might be it for him.
He discarded 1 card because he has over 6 at end phase. Trap trick. This should be the revolt to get the omen and just push out on the opponent's turn for game. Yep.
Actually, oh, where is this? Let's hope this is that card in end phase?
Oh no,
Does it have to be a main phase? Because
for what? For revolt?
For revolt.
No, it's at any point in time.
Okay, because
you can just wake up in the morning and be like, I wanted to summon 4 people.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about, like, if he does it on end phase, or, like, he left it in main phase, he just summons back 4.
Oh,
and then gets Nibiru. That'd be, like, insane. But, he's just pushing for damage right now. Maybe Andres has the read on the Nibiru. Maybe that's why he thinks.
So I guess he's just taking his time with this because
yeah,
he could have just pushed for game if he plays access code.
Did he just draw that?
Yeah, he did off the top.
Yeah, because I saw a bunch of monsters and he just banished the revolt.
Oh, wow. He didn't summon. Oh, I guess he just didn't want to trigger Nibiru no matter what.
All right, so got the normal summon of the Jaguar again.
Andres, I feel like he could push multiple times through Nibiru, but he just respects Nibiru so much right now.
I think as a like a pro player or someone that plays like a little bit more than casually, I think you respect Nibiru at any time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, with the Gazelle.
He finally got Gazelle.
Oh.
And summon limit.
Yeah, that's the writing on the wall.
Yeah, there we go. Go to game 3 now.
I could see why Andres doesn't play into the Nibiru because he has the trap set.
Yeah.
I think that's some of them has been set.
Slow and roll. You can slow roll it now.
Yeah, he luck sacked the Cyclone, but I mean, at this point he has 5 set. It's kind of hard to like try to like luck sack to hit the right card because you either go for the revolt that you know is there, or you try to hit a blind card.
But he was in the, like between a rock and a hard place with that one though.
At that point, you just need like a quick play heavy storm or something.
Stop. Well, we've always said like they're never gonna recreate Harpies, a Dark Hole, Raigeki. They just recreate these cards in just a different form.
Yeah.
Triple Tactics Talons is
it's 3 cards in one. So my thing maybe is like maybe they think the cards, like the idea of the card or like what they do, maybe they want that in the game. But
in spirit,
yeah, but they want also a limitation on it. Maybe like Pot of Greed, you have to draw, like you just draw 2 cards. Maybe they put the restriction on talent that they have to activate a monster effect. So.
Yeah, your opponent has to do something on your turn. You can't just freely get this effect.
Yeah, they want to have some. I think Konami's big on that, having some type of restriction on cards. So I think that's just something. Maybe we'll see something later on. Maybe not a quick play heavy storm, but something in that aspect.
Quick play if your opponent activated like 5 monster effects.
I mean, they would have to make a deck that will make sense. That I think Konami, what they try to do is they build cards and then try to build a deck that makes that card better, like hand traps.
You're right.
So like they
I
made
agree with
Bell, and then they started making decks where Bell was just better against, like, you know, they have the Eldritch cards, they have the Nadir cards. So maybe they're trying to push like those cards that maybe they feel aren't seeing a lot of play. I know, like a lot of
give it time.
Yeah, just give it time.
I like that.
Honestly, I mean, since I've been playing, you know, I started when Zoo first came out. That was like my very first like actual meta deck, and I just noticed like later on, like they're gonna make cards and they're gonna make decks that are gonna make those cards like thrive. You know?
Yeah, it just takes time.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to a few players, the Earth machine deck right now. That deck is good. I don't think it's good right now, but if the format is going to conform for it to be top tier, like that deck should be. I think people should have that deck in the back burner, so when the format gets better, it will get better with it.
Even then, I think also too, like if you're like more of like not, I wouldn't say professional player, but someone who goes to events like on a regular basis, I think you should know how to play multiple decks. Because you never know that one day,
knowledge.
Yeah, like even just the knowledge, but you never know that one day you're just sitting down and you're thinking, hey, this deck might be a really good meta call. You know, that's what happened with like the Shadal deck that Andres won with the last tournament. You know, it was just a really good meta call. I think Austin just asked me a question. Actually, probably we'll get him on the stream. One of my really good friends, Eric, is actually playing my deck card for card. He has like all my cards, so maybe I can get him on stream. But I think Dinos in general, I think Dinos is just a really good deck. I think it's just overall miscellaneous is really good, and you know, you lose to like things like, you know, like DD Crow, which people may be citing, but I think it could have been a good meta call. I mean, if you know how to play the deck, like it's pretty like bare bones, but there's certain things as far as like playing through Lancia. You know, like there's times where I'll get Lancia and I'll open like Raptor in the spell and I'll just make a Doko and sit on a Doko through a Lancia.
Hey, because Doko is just good in a monster heavy format.
And I think people really don't respect the Lost World. I mean, Lost World is just so good.
That card is so stupid.
It doesn't make sense how good that card is.
Wonderful and great design to give Dinos, like, just stick with their theme of I need my little cards destroyed to get my bigger cards.
Yeah. So even going back to like what I was saying before, like playing like cross formats and like older formats, I was playing like the True King Yang Zing like Dino deck from that one world, and I was doing like plays and I was like, this deck would have been insane with Adamodorn. And I just like I felt like it wasn't as like strong without Adamodorn. I felt like that card just makes the deck insane.
That card gave it a push.
Yeah, like a really good push. All right, so there.
Shout out to Space Cadet. So all right. So we have Santi now. He's definitely gonna be going first. If I'm playing Salad, I want my trap cards. I need to get Sunlight Wolf ASAP, and I need a Nibiru backup. Well, not a Nibiru. I need I think Lancia. If he's citing Lancias, I want Lancia. I want Rage or Roar with a Sunlight Wolf face up, and I think that should be good enough to hold back Andres.
So like I know that Santi's playing Dugaris, so maybe he sided in like Lancias to maybe just try to draw those in. You know, he starts off
with the Lady Debug.
Lady Debug.
That's great.
When that card first came out, it was like $15.
Yeah,
it was really good, and it's super strong. It's just you get the search. Andres doesn't have anything to stop it. I just know that also too. Back in the day when Ogre was very prominent, they would just Ogre this, and then people wouldn't know what to do.
I had to play. I think I played only one or none of her because I didn't want to lose to Ogre.
Yeah.
And Ogre is so good against Sky Striker at the time too.
I feel like it's not good right now. Santi right now searching. Oh. That's very ballsy though.
No,
that's ballsy.
I think he just told me you're free to play. Because I would have asked the Lady Debug. I would have drolled off that search.
Yeah. All right, so we're definitely going to see a rank 4. I mean, I don't think Abyss Dweller is really that good this format or for this matchup.
So on Dweller would beat Kit, Nerval, and for Jet and Omen.
Yeah. So you just don't get the when they're getting foolish effects.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it may not be as good, you know. I do know that they're friends, Andres and Santi. I think they came together too, so maybe that's probably also why he let him like just play through.
Yeah, and if these guys play each other on stream all the time, so and they play test probably a lot, so they know everything the other person can do.
Yeah, Striz, yeah, I do actually. I still play Mermail. He's just sitting on a Baguska. That's actually pretty good though. Like in theory, I mean,
Not
he still
push
gets the
out.
graveyard effects, but it's still pretty good. It's not like a terrible like way. Maybe he can like push through and make a like access code, try
So-
to sit on it.
The Gazelle sends out a Falco, so the Falco can bounce the Gazelle back to hand.
Yeah,
Oh, he called by the grave the Fractal.
yeah, that's really big. Honestly, I feel like that card should have come back to 3 as well too. It just helps you like play through all the like abundance of hand traps that people have now.
Yeah.
And yeah, the thing with Mermills,
Barrage.
yeah, it's just such. Andres has drawn that 2 games in a row.
Stop. This card's at 1.
With
any of the
He
order?
has the 1 of Imperial Order. I've also
Man, Andres, come on. Have access to Karis.
he's got a bunch of monsters. That doesn't look like
You know,
this
he
on
has
his blue
because he has
cards.
Revolt in hand too.
Yeah.
Oh, he has. Oh, he drew Ash at this probably the 6th
he's,
card.
So this is going to be a problem because if we know that Santi has Gazelle. This is going to grab the Gazelle right now.
Well, he doesn't want to drop Gazelle from the detach of Baguska because he loses the effect.
No, but he used it to. He didn't. Oh, okay. No, I get what you're saying. Because I believe he summoned Gazelle.
No, he's doing it.
Okay, he's summoning it now.
Oh, okay, he just summons it for the effect and then Falco bounces it back up. That's smart.
Okay, that makes sense. Maybe he's gonna go for. I mean, it's the cookie cutter play now.
Like a link off, going to Baylings.
Bring out something normal summon. Bring out the one that lets him attack twice. I forgot the name of that.
Update Jammer.
Update Jammer, yeah. So that's pretty much what's gonna happen here. Yeah, Bagusko Order with Called by the Grave too. That's pretty strong.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, this isn't looking too good.
I think all he has to do is just switch. Oh no, he's taking it nice and slow, but he has 3 spells in his own hand as well.
Oh, well, we see right now the time too. This is going to play a big factor. So I think
Yep.
he's going to go into main phase and just like combo out because Balinx is at 1,000 though. I mean, I guess.
No, Baylings is at 5, but he took 700 from
Yeah.
order.
So this is not looking too good. I think Santi loses this game
Well, so the round 1 timer is for the actual
for the actual event.
players
Okay,
right
so they
now.
have their own time.
So yeah, the stream has a separate timer. They should have at least 5 more minutes. We'll double check when we can.
yeah,
But just so you guys know, for you guys watching the stream right now, the round 1 timer is for the actual players. The stream timer is separate.
yeah. I think they started probably like 5 or 6 minutes after us. I don't think Andres has an out to this Baguska. Yeah, he's in a set.
But now, so if he can set a kit, then he's Gucci. Because the kit will just Foolish Barrel another monster, and
Yeah.
then he can revolt for at least for Rugal.
He's gonna normal summon.
Yep, and
Yeah.
it goes straight to defense. But Falco bounce
Oh,
back.
Falco bounce again. He's just like
He's
he-
abusing this
he's
Falco
abusing
right
this
now.
Falco. Yeah, this Falco's put in a whole lot of work. I mean, even right now, he has the play to do the update jammer.
Yep, because he has two level 4 lower Cybers monsters.
So he can just push through and sit on this Baguska. The Baguska can just sit there. Oh, but he decides he's going to go for a Sunlight Wolf?
I think he's looking for another way to a 2.
Okay,
so
so
he's
yeah.
probably gonna wait for another turn.
Yeah. They just updated the timer. So this is their actual timer. So they got about 6.
Oh,
with
strike
a
on the summon.
strike. Such a good trap right now.
Yeah.
I think it's, I mean, Judgment at 3 is really good, but I feel like negating the summon, or I'm sorry, being able to negate the effect of a monster is really good too.
Yes.
So I think that's like the one downfall of Judgment, that it can't negate monster effects, and that's really big right now. I still don't understand why oh, he's going to use Gazelle to summon out? Or he's going to normal summon? Yeah, normal. He passes. Are we not link summoning? I don't understand what's going on. Maybe he's just trying to slow play him.
I think he's trying to wall up.
Well, not slow play him, but he's trying to wall.
Just
like,
wall up so he doesn't lose.
Yeah, the Bagoose is gonna die now.
Yep. But that's another 700 he's been taking. But at least now Gazelle can go off now.
Yeah, realistically too, if you play like, you know, if your deck can then play through like a Imperial Order, it's really good to leave it on your opponent's board, because now that they have to deal with their own floodgate.
Yep.
I've definitely done that before, and then I watched my buddy Andy set someone with a secret village in an Invoke deck, and he couldn't play because he couldn't get a spellcaster.
Oh man, that's just unfortunate though.
Yeah, I think that's high level play, like being able to like abuse the fact that they're using a floodgate against you and you just turn it back on them. Because I mean, we haven't seen Santi's hand, but it could be full of spells. Maybe
No,
that's
it
probably
is.
what.
It is. Majority of his hand is all spells.
He has no access to Foxy, you know, to get rid of it. I still don't see why he hasn't made the access code play. Maybe he was reading the strike.
It wouldn't be enough, because he needed a way to make a update jammer while having another Link 2 on board.
Did he not have one in the graveyard?
No.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's why he
slow
made
and steady with it. But now Gazelle is triggered and looks to be a monster.
Also, too, Andres' cards are set, so if he has a Nibiru in hand, this could be big.
Yep.
Because he'll leave his monsters on the board and then just Nibiru the whole board.
Which I think that's why also like Santi was just stay in control.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna leave Imperial Order up. I'm just gonna do some poke damage if anything.
I think he's calculating some type of damage.
So if he hits a 2000, which is Nerval, he has a Karis, 15. Gazelle with his 15 hitting a Ash Blossom. That's 1800 defense.
So by the look of that, too, Andres' hand might not have been good if he's sitting in Ash.
Yeah. But he still has Revolt. So all he needs to do is just load up the grave with Beast, with Tri-Beast, and he's just gonna flip it up.
Santi with the 4 set with the back by him.
So he has a Rage in hand. I'm sorry, not Rage, Roar.
Okay.
So he has at least the 1 negate. I think they're calculating summons.
Yeah.
End phase Revolt. Bring them 2 back. Then he's gonna link them 2 off for Jet.
For Jet, yeah. That's the one that lets you draw when it goes to the graveyard too, right? Yeah.
Well, another big thing is that Revolt can bring back anybody, including their links, as long as they're properly summoned.
Correct. Okay, so we see Ferrojat. Hopefully I'm saying it right too. I think is it Ferrojat or Ferrojat?
It's Ferre. I think JT. But Santi, I think he triggered Sunlight Wolf because Andres summoned the Fractal into where Sunlight Wolf is pointing.
Yeah, that's correct.
So it's Ferrijit.
So
Ferrojat. Ferrojat.
Fer
Baron Blossom.
The Tri-brigade Link 2. So it's Andres. They pass turn. We got a minute 30 on the clock.
Andres should be up because he hasn't taken that much damage, as well as Santi's been paying 700 a lot.
I don't even think Andres took a damage. He beat over the 2 sets, and then he actually couldn't even beat over. He still had the Ash on board.
Yeah.
I think Andres hasn't taken any life. So he's like bent on just setting these cards. I mean, I can't imagine what his hand is.
Oh, he had Rage and Roar.
With the 2 set. Yeah, that's big. If he has Roar set, I mean, he just doesn't fear the Nibiru. He can just play through it now. Oh, he still has a pre-order?
He has to be discarding just a discard.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. That's also,
Wolf,
he gets rid of it.
He just want to get the Sunlight Wolf from his hand. I mean, the Foxy from his hand, so he pitched for cost.
Yeah, that's also something, too, that a lot of people don't know, that you can just activate the card. It doesn't say that you can't activate him. It just negates the effects. Or, like, let's say if you have, like, a some way to get rid of it, like a trap card that can pop a face-up card. You know, you can use that and then keep the Imperial Order, but then still gain the effect of your card.
But he's playing a mile a minute, so he knows he has game right here. Yeah. There it is, update jammer.
Yeah, and he keeps the salad or the wolf on board because he doesn't fear it.
Yeah. And this is it, boys, because he has a and he had Will. He has game.
Yeah, he just summons 2.
You need the Biru, you need Gamma, you need Jesus.
Now it can't be. Yeah, it can't be a. Yeah, he has the Nibiru in hand. He has Roar. Flip the Roar. Yeah.
Yep. Oh man. I'm just like, really? Yeah, that's it. Oh,
did he
they're discussing over
not-
something.
They're discussing time right now. This is also too something that Konami should be looking at too, like as far as like
For
the
the new time
rules.
rules, yeah.
Like it makes sense. It make like right now Andres didn't do anything wrong. Santi played as fast as he could. There's nothing.
Yeah, and he still tried to say, hey, in the main phase, I want to activate Nibiru because he has a force activation at the same time. It's like, I know you have it, but we still got to go through the song and dance.
This is something big. Yeah, this is I've definitely had this happen to me before too. So playing combo decks, that's something I'm pretty good with. So yeah, if that hand is not Nibiru, there should be wraps. Yeah, time pog. It's just it's unfortunate because in reality, like I said, there's no one at fault here.
Time was getting kind of close. Santi was making through the plays and everything. He had the roar set for the Nibiru. But you know how proper procedure, both players got to agree to go through phases.
Correct.
Got to go agree to effects and everything.
Yep.
So it's not anyone's fault. It's just how the rules are
The way
written.
the rules are, it's unfortunate, because again, I think at that point, I think Santi just wins the game. There's no way.
Yeah, by miles. Like,
Yeah.
if it's you and me, and I'm like, hey, I have Nibiru, just show me the roar.
Yeah.
Because we know it's game on board.
Correct. And on top of that too, like Santi played super fast.
Oh yeah, he's going a mile a
Yeah.
minute. He saw game on board, and I'm showing you. I would have been like, hey, can you stop this?
Yeah.
I have this. Do you have another answer to this?
Yeah.
Like, if he had a reboot,
Correct.
that's different.
Also too, maybe that's probably what they're talking about now too, because they are also friends, so they do know. Like I guess also too, maybe it depends on how much someone wants to win too. So in a situation like that, as far as myself, I feel like I'm a pretty good like a sportsman about it too.
Yeah.
I'll give the win. I won't try to win in time. There's certain things, or like I'll have like a conversation about it after.
Yeah.
Like hey, because I had that situation happen. I believe it was on Wednesday where I won in time, but then I revealed my top draw, which is going to be a Raptor, and he was only going to be able to summon a Makaba. He was going to do damage, but then or he wouldn't be able to do enough damage. He would leave me like he would have 100 more life points.
Okay.
But then I told him, I was like, look, I win in time, but I reveal the top card, and I said if everything played out correctly where I would have another turn, I would beat you the next turn.
Yeah.
So then it showed like
It's just one of those things that they should look into it, because we don't want to go through Monarch Nats.
But we
We're
have
sitting
it-
there
yeah,
from
we
2
got-
o'clock in the morning.
we got Corey here saying also suck better than 2+ hour rounds, which makes sense. I've been a part of that. I've seen that. So yeah, they're still talking about it. It's just it's unfortunate.
It's just one of those things.
It's just a part of the game now. You can't deal with it.
Hey, everyone's gonna have a bad story at some event,
Yeah.
right? It's usually me saying, "Yeah, man, I just lost to this top deck. I did everything I could. It just happens."
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, and at no point right now there's I don't think there was any slow playing, so there wouldn't be an
no.
extension or anything like that.
All right, so we're gonna get a winner for you guys, but we'll come back with round 2. So please stay tuned. All right.